Hi everyone, this is Kruti Jaipancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. You are watching videos on microwave engineering. We are going to discuss regarding the analysis of microwave transmission line and waveguides. Particularly in this video, you will learn about what is a standing wave and standing wave ratio, efficiency of transmission line and losses due to impedance mismatch. So very first, what is a standing wave? So standing wave is formed when incident waves get reflected. So the standing wave which is formed contains the some voltage. The magnitude of the standing waves can be measured in form of the standing wave ratio. So the standing wave ratio is what? So it's a ratio of maximum voltage to the minimum voltage in a standing wave. That can be also defined as the voltage standing wave ratio, and it is written as the VSWR. It is also denoted by writing the S. So S is equal to Vmax upon Vmin, and the value of the S that lies between the 1 to infinity. So what is the voltage standing wave ratio? So it describes the voltage standing wave pattern that is present in transmission line due to the phase addition and subtraction of incident and reflected wave. So it can be written as S is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. So the larger the impedance matching, the higher will be the amplitude of the standing wave. Therefore, if the impedance is matched properly, then Vmax is to Vmin is equal to the 1 is to 1. Hence, the value of the VSWR is unity, which means the transmission is perfect. It can be also asked in some competitive exams that value of the VSWR is unity. Okay, what does that mean? So it means the transmission is perfect. Efficiency of transmission line. So efficiency of transmission line, it is defined as the ratio of the output power to input power. So percentage efficiency of the transmission line, it is denoted by the eta, which is the power delivered at the reception to the power sent from the transmission end multiplied by 100. So losses due to impedance mismatch, that is the transmission line if not terminated with a match load. We know about the transmission line, okay, through which the source and the load that can be connected. So if not terminated with the particular matching load, then what happens? There is a loss that can be occurred. These losses are many types, such as the attenuation loss, reflection loss, transmission loss, return loss, insertion loss. So these are the various losses that occur due to this. So very first, what is the attenuation loss? So the loss that occurs due to the absorption of the signal in the transmission line, which is referred to as a attenuation loss, which is defined by the attenuation loss, it is equal to 10 log 10 EI minus ER upon ET, where EI is the input energy, ER is the reflected energy from the load to the input, and ET, that is the transmitted energy to the load. The second one, that is the reflection loss. What is this? The loss that occurs due to the reflection of the signal due to the impedance mismatch of the transmission line, which is referred to as a reflection loss, and which is represented as reflection loss, which is measured in dB, is equal to 10 log 10 EI upon EI minus ER, where EI is the input energy and ER, that is the reflected energy from the load. Next loss is the transmission loss. The loss that occurs while transmission through the transmission line is referred to as a transmission loss, which is represented as the transmission loss in dB is equal to 10 log 10 EI upon ET, where EI is the input energy and ET, that is the transmitted energy. The return loss, that is the measure of the power reflected by the transmission line, is referred to as a return loss, which is referred to as a return loss in dB is equal to 10 log 10 EI upon ER, where EI is the input energy, ER is the reflected energy. Next loss, that is the insertion loss. What is the insertion loss? While the energy transferred from the one place to another place through the transmission line. Okay, so the loss that occurs due to this for the energy transfer without a transmission line, which is referred to as a insertion loss. So this insertion loss, that in dB is equal to 10 log 10 E1 upon E2, where E1 is the energy received by the load when directly connected to the source without a transmission line, and E2, that is the energy received by the load when the transmission line is connected between the load and the source. So now we'll write some program in the MATLAB. Okay, so we will start doing the practicals in the MATLAB. So a lossless transmission line of Z0 is equal to 100 ohm is terminated by unknown impedance. The termination is found to be a maximum of the voltage standing wave and the VSWR is 5. What is the value of the terminating impedance? So now here first of all I should define that which values are given to us. So we will take the Z0 is equal to the 100 ohm, S is equal to 5 and we need to calculate the Z1. So we will write the code in the MATLAB. So it's a CLC, then the clear all we can write, close all for closing all the figures which you have opened earlier. Okay, we are defining the value that is the Z0 is equal to 100. Okay, that is the characteristics impedance in ohm, S is equal to 5. We know the formula, okay, for calculating the terminating impedance at a maximum of the voltage standing wave. So now we are writing the Zm is equal to Z0 multiplied by S. So Z1 that is equal to the Zm. So that is the load impedance. So now I am writing the command, okay, for opening the file, okay, for taking the values. Okay, we can write the programs in the SCI lab also, okay, and we can solve it. So it is the terminating impedance at a maximum of the voltage standing wave. Okay, it is the Z1 is equal to this. So we can calculate the value of the Z1. It is the 500 ohm. Next, that is a typical transmission line has a resistance of 8 ohm per kilometer. Impedance of 2 millihenry per kilometer. Capacitance of 0.02 microfarad per kilometer. And a conductor 0.07 okay, micro s okay, per kilometer. Calculate the characteristics impedance, attenuation constant, phase constant of the transmission line at a frequency of 2 kHz. Now, if a signal of 2 voltage is applied and the line terminated by its characteristics impedance, calculate the power delivered to the load and the line length is 500 km. So now here the various parameters are given. So it is R is equal to 8 ohm per kilometer, L is equal to 2 millihenry per kilometer, okay. Then after the C is equal to 0.02 microfarad per kilometer, okay. The G that is value is given, okay, 0.7 US per kilometer, F is 2 kilohertz, Z0 we need to find out. what is the alpha, what is the beta, and what is the P. Okay, so now here we will write the program. Okay, so how can we write the program? That is what very first, whatever the values are given to us, so that value we need to declare. Okay, CLC, you can write the MATLAB code. Okay, it is in the SCI lab, so it is the CLC. Okay, then the clear all, then value of for the R whatever it is defined. Okay, we can write L is equal to that value, C is equal to the characteristic capacitance of the transmission line. In Faraday we are writing. Okay, then after the G value, that is the conductance value, we are going to write. We are writing the equation of the frequency in hertz. We can write the angular frequency value, omega is equal to 2 pi f. Okay, we can write the input voltage. Okay, over here it is given in a volt. Okay, and we can write the length of the transmission line in a kilometer. Now we have discussed the equation. Okay, about the Z0. Okay, so we can write that Z0 equation. Okay, that is the square root of R plus J omega L upon the G plus J omega C. Okay, we need the real values, so we are using the command, that is X equal to the real of Z0. Then the magnitude value that we need. Okay, so we are writing that command. Okay, we can display the values. Okay, and we can finding out the values. Okay, for the gamma value. Okay, then after we can separate out the imaginary and the real part, we can find it out the propagation constant value. So while writing this program, we can have the answer, that is the A is equal to 0.0036387 per kilometer, B is equal to 0.02543 radian per kilometer, B is equal to 72.1 microwatt. So this is about the examples related to this. Okay, and you can write a few more programs in the MATLAB code. Okay, keep watching LJIET Electronics and Communication for the more updates on the microwave engineering. So thank you very much everyone.